got this fancy action camera for Father's Day, and apparently I do lots of funny things that Maggie thinks we need to record to share with other people. Today I am just playing around with some of the settings, and I'd like to do one of those fancy time-lapse videos that makes me look like I'm a busy beaver working real fast. What I've been working on recently, my latest project, is repainting a 77 Pisces 15-foot boat. I originally got this real cheap with a trailer with a half-working motor for $450. Got a new engine for it, and we've been bass fishing out of it. Its paint was originally like a maroon color. We had that falling off and fading. Also, the inside had plywood that was shredding underneath of the carpet that was also disintegrating due to sun exposure and such. So we took the carpet out, took out the plywood. We're going to build the platforms back up with new treated wood and that high-grade marine plywood coated with epoxy from TotalBoat. I already had worked on some of this paint. As you can see, the paint is no longer a maroon. This is a fire red, wet side paint. It turned out pretty good. This is actually 2 coats of primer, 3 coats of paint. There are a few spots where the tape had not been either laid correctly or the paint had come up with the tape when I went to take it off. I know, instead of changing the tape between every wet paint, I was lazy and left it on. But overall, for my first time painting, not too bad. Pretty tight line on the side there that we replaced it with. The trailer needs a little work. This roller needs to be replaced as it's digging into the bottom. We also put some epoxy filler in the bottom so that these small leaks in the main hull stop leaking. But today we're going to clean around the edges here and re-tape it off in super speed fashion, and we're going to put one more coat of paint along the edge. Okay, now we've got everything painted. It's been about 45 minutes or so. As you can see, this is still tacky to the touch, but if we let it dry too long, maybe we'll have that same issue as we did last time. Also, one thing that I did when I was laying tape is I folded over on itself so that this would be easier to remove. So we'll go ahead and see how easy that is to take care of. Right here we can see where the paint is still wet and is still moving, which is fine as long as we pull that tape away and get no drag marks on the paint. So if I was to do this again and I wanted to do an excellent job, I would take the time and use this green tape between each wet layer, peel it after the primer, peel it again after the second primer, peel it again after each layer of paint. There, I got a little drip. I'll have to clean that up. Also, this paint doesn't like to be cleaned up unless you're using their specific thinner. Alright, so I didn't show any of the carpeting mainly because I didn't really know what I was doing. I watched a few YouTube videos and read a little information on helpful tips, and did it myself. It actually turned out really nice. But my last item I need to recarpet is the platform in the back. I did not account for all the folds that you get when you start finishing the carpet on some of these inserts. For instance, this one here, I would normally measure that out, cut it out, and then put the carpet on. But as you can see here, I've got one layer here, another layer here. So in some parts where this is going to sit in the boat, this is actually 3 layers thick. And so I did measure wide and long enough. However, I did not measure quite deep enough, because once this is all done, we'll actually have at least 1 layer of carpet here and up to 3 layers here. So it was actually sticking up above the platform a good ½ an inch or so, 3/8 of an inch. I wasn't quite happy with it, and the carpet is probably one of the cheapest parts of this build. So I ripped off the carpet. We're going to recarpet this. So it is sticking already on that side. What we'll do is we'll flip it up, put a little weight on it. We'll worry about trimming it down afterwards. Holy schmoly, look at the size of that spider. Oh my gosh, I'm glad I didn't stick my finger in there without looking. Cripes. You cannot live here, buddy. Woo, look at that thing. I would put that in National Geographic right there. Oh my gosh. Well, shoo. Get out of here. I'll feed you to the chickens. Get. Get. Keep going. Go. Make sure there's no buddies up there. I better check underneath all these flaps. Apparently we made a spider habitat and we let this sit for a couple days. Just for the record, we don't typically see spiders that big in Michigan.